All right, we're giving the offensive line, the big guys, a little love here today at OSU Media Days. Thank you for joining us, and I know everybody's excited about this season, and so is this guy, offensive lineman Jonathan Rush out of, is it Killeen?
Yes, sir.
All right, I want to make sure I got that right. Some of those Texas towns, but Jonathan, you joked as you sat down, just you said you could tell everybody. I didn't need to look up your bio, so tell everybody a little something about you. I'm putting you under the gun.
Well, thanks for putting me on the
You
spot.
said something about long walks on the beach?
Well, my name is Jonathan Rush. I like long walks on the beach. I like Colby Collette and Beethoven.
There you go.
That pretty much sums me up.
There's some depth. I like that. Well, let's talk about the depth on this offensive line. I mean, you guys really came together last year. I mean, this team really formed, only gave up 10 sacks all of last year. So talk a little bit about this offensive unit and how you guys came together so well and what you're looking for this year.
Well, you know, in the offensive line group that we have, like with Wickline, it's just force bred. Like you're gonna love each other, or else you're gone. Because it really just happens that way. You know, just out of a mutual, just like for some of the things Wickline tells you, you know, and then you're just like, oh gosh, like, you know, and you just kind of just form into your own bond. And Wick never tells us anything bad, you know, just us feeling bad about each other, bad about ourselves, but you know, we just came together that way from, you know, the roots. Like me, Grant, and Nick all came in 5 years ago.
Right.
We were talking about that. And then Lane, I was his host on his recruiting trip.
There you go.
You know, me and my ex-girlfriend were his hosts. That's crazy. So it's like kind of like he's part of my family, like under my wing. And then Levy's been part of the group as soon as he came here with his mullet and just the way he just fits in. He's just a prick like that. Just fits in with us. And you know, it just kind of worked out that way. And then whenever we finally got put together as starters, you know, because we've all played together at some point on the depth chart.
Right.
Like these are things that you can't really see behind the scenes, but you know, we've been together ever since we got here. So it's like it's not so much brand new to us, besides maybe playing in front of everybody else. But we already know what everybody else is going to do. We know that people on the line are going to do. But as far as the depth, you know, I was looking today actually in practice, and I was looking at our younger guys whenever they were doing pass rush, and I was thinking, you know, this is like one of the first times like I've looked throughout the line, and like ones, twos, and threes we've been solid. Like not like we have world breakers on the twos or the threes, but you know, you see those glimpses or whatever. You see like yourself in them, and it's just like we're doing the right thing, and it kind of makes you not so afraid for after we leave.
Right. You know, somebody once told me, and I'm wondering if maybe the reason an offensive line stays so tightly knit is that they told me that the only person watching an offensive lineman is that offensive lineman's mother, and even she's watching the running back when the ball snapped. So do you guys kind of feel like you got to stick together?
Well, I can tell you one thing. Wick's definitely watching, and he watches he sees everything. But I can't, I'm a mama's boy growing up. You know, I can't say that my mom's not watching me. Like, especially if she sees
Maybe
this,
your
like,
mom's the exception. She's not watching the running back.
No, she's not. All eyes on me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, give us do you have a Coach Wickline story that you can share with us? I didn't warn you, so if not, we understand. But
I mean,
he's one interesting
I'm just
guy.
You
got
ones that are okay to say.
Well, give yourself a second here, and can you come up with one? And if not, it's okay. But he's an interesting guy.
Is
I mean,
this
he's
live?
yeah, we're live. He's an old ball coach.
I'm not telling you any Wick stories.
All right.
I'm leaving it alone.
All right, that is funny, but I do believe he's about the best offensive line coach in the country. I think we're fortunate that we've got him here at Oklahoma State. You agree with that?
I agree 100%.
That's probably wise. There might have been some running had he not agreed, right?
Running, rolling, everything else.
All that stuff. So, well, we've gotten some questions on Twitter. Some of our fans that are watching us
Twitter?
live. You know, I don't even know. I'm too old to know that thing, but I figured you would know. So offensive linemen, they don't like to tweet either?
I just don't have a Twitter. I don't even. Who wants to hear what I have to say?
Yeah.
Like, if my mom only watches me play football, who's going to listen to me on the internet?
That's a great point. Well, we've been asking everybody about the new football uniforms. So give us your thoughts on the uniforms, and then if you have a favorite combination, what you'd like to be in.
My thoughts on the uniforms are, I love them. I'm ecstatic that we're actually getting this much publicity and so much love from everybody else, especially Nike, that we have this opportunity to have these jerseys. As for my favorite combination, like, I can't even match. Like, I'm a guy who puts on like a pair of basketball shorts, a t-shirt or polo t-shirt, and flip-flops, and calls it a day. So I'll leave the combos and the pairings for like DBs and our equipment managers.
Yeah, I think Broderick Brown's got it covered.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some ideas, and so does Clint Shelf. So that's been interesting to talk to those guys. Another question we got from the Sea of Orange on Twitter: what's your favorite place in the stadium? Is it the training table, the locker room, the weight room, all of these new facilities? What's your favorite spot if you had to pick one?
My favorite spot would have to be on the south side. If you go up to the club level, like the row of windows along the club level, if you look out, like, it's just like the perfect view of Stillwater. Like,
right.
The best view in Stillwater. Like, you can't see it anywhere else.
Right.
It may kind of sound sappy and not offensive lineman tough like, but it's a nice view.
I was imagining the training table, so I like the answer. That's impressive.
What? Just because I'm big, I have
No,
to eat a lot?
just
No,
because
no.
you're an offensive
Save
line.
the fat jokes. Spare the fat
That
jokes.
wasn't a fat joke. But Jonathan, we just appreciate you joining us here, and it's been a lot of fun, and just wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan Rush joining us here, OSU Football Media Days, and we'll be back with another guest right after this.